Minasan, konnichiwa, Katerina desu. Hello everybody, this is Katerina and welcome to Japanese Cat. Today, we will be looking into kanji reading. In the Japanese language, there are about 2,000 widely used kanji, and for us non-native speakers, memorizing and learning how to read and write them all is kind of intimidating, right? However, the beauty of the Japanese language derives from its complexity, and reading what's written is a great, if not the best representation of the way of thinking in Japanese. Today's lesson is the first of the series Kanji Basics with Japanese Cat. So let's get started. We will focus on one of the basics in reading and understanding kanji. The basic idea behind reading kanji is that almost every single one, yes, almost all 2,000 of them, have two readings. A Japanese one, or the Kunyomi, and the Chinese one, or the Onyomi. Everything starts with the way an idea is approached. You will hear me say idea quite often, so what I want you to do is just keep your mind a little open and start thinking in a more abstract way. Okay? Okay, let's go. Remember that writing in Japanese is mostly about drawing that idea on the paper using symbols that may or may not resemble what you're saying. Let me use my favorite example here. So, the word train in Japanese is densha, and it's made with two kanji. Den, that means electricity, and sha, which is the kanji used for car or vehicle. See what I told you about that idea before? So the car, the vehicle, is this idea. So let's put it in use starting now. The car is an idea, a word, a physical object with wheels and a motor. The train also shares some of these attributes, but we can all agree that it's not the same as a car. It is also powered by electricity, in modern times at least. But putting together the general idea of the car and the electricity, we make the train. Whee! When we see the symbol of the car, or kuruma, as it's called, we are actually picturing this universal 5-seater, 4-wheeled vehicle, but when the electricity joins the party, we're changing that first visual into a different one, the train. To wrap up my example, if you see this symbol by itself, you will think, this is a car, and you will use the Japanese reading, the Kunyomi, kuruma. But when you see it following something else, or being followed by something else, this reading will probably change into its Chinese reading, the Onyomi, and will be read as sha. Now, let's go and see other examples where two words, two ideas come together to make new words. I will be using two examples. The first one is the compound in Japanese word music, ongaku. Ongaku. You can see that this is also a word made with two separate kanji. So let's have a closer look at them. This one means sound, and the kunyomi is oto. Oto. And this one, in its adjective form, means enjoyable, fun, and the full reading together with a kunyomi of the kanji is tanoshii. Tanoshii. You see where I'm going with this, right? Enjoyable sound is music. Oto has the onyomi of on, and tanoshii is read as gaku in this case. Just like magic, ongaku, ongaku, the enjoyable sound. Similarly, let's have another look at the word day off, holiday, rest day. In Japanese, this two kanji word is read as kyujitsu. Kyujitsu. and it uses two kanji. This verb, read yasumu, means to rest. And this is the kanji for the day or the sun, and it's read as hi. So the kunyomi is hi. Together, and using their onyomi, we create this kyujitsu, a rest day as the kanji explicitly shows. And this concludes today's lesson, a brief introduction to kanji reading. Please remember that not all kanji have both a kunyomi and an onyomi, and there are many kanji out there with more than one kunyomi and onyomi. Disclaimer? Maybe. In addition to that, it's not a universal rule that when you combine two kanji, you're going to be using their onyomi. But I think this first rule will help you remember that in most cases, this is what happens. How do I learn to read them, you may ask? Well, this is where practice comes to play. Read as much as you can. Try to understand the patterns. See if there is a rule behind using one onyomi here and one onyomi there. And most importantly, remember to have fun. Japanese is a language that feels like a puzzle game, waiting for you to solve it, I would say. And there is nothing more rewarding than unlocking these little doors when and where you find them, of course. I will also help you as much as I can, sharing with you the tips and the tricks that have helped me study the Japanese language and deeply fall in love with it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to JapaneseKyat to see more. I will be seeing you soon. Cat out. またねみんな。